Oh my God.
All right, that's we are still in the euphoria of celebration, and when you laugh, you roll out a lot of issues away from you. Okay, we are that lap now. We're looking at all the various papers. Actually saying that joining us is our usual, quintessential Henry Uche Wanze.
It's very good to be in this joyful mood. Good morning to you, and thanks for having me.
It's always.
So if you
It's
just
a cool Tuesday.
Yeah, so we don't have much time to actually breeze
Just
through
take a
all
few of
the
them.
front
Yes,
pages
I
of
want Henry to
the
just
dailies,
speak
but
to
let's see.
a few of them quickly.
What we have, let's look at the Punching news this morning. NMPCL faces $3 billion backlog on petrol payments. This is a report from the Punch. The federal government may get $1 billion Afrexim Bank loan in May, and EFCC probes 50 accounts linked to Nigerian ministry. Wike Fubara field split, PDP, 60 reps demand chairman's resignation. Obaseki swears in new deputy as Assembly sacks Shaibu. And that's the picture that you can find on the front page of the Punch. Sultan declares Wednesday, Eid al-Fitr, 70,500 security personnel deployed for the celebration. Emefiele returns to EFCC custody, faces fourth arraignment April 25, and total solar eclipse hit Mexico, US, and Canada.
Okay, our next paper for review this morning. Yes, we'll be stopping over at the Daily Times this morning, and we'll just take the major headlines actually. The Daily Times has it simply put: 60 PDP lawmakers demand resignation of Damagun and threaten to quit party. Edo Deputy Governor's position. Mobayo sworn in as Shebu rejects impeachment. Okay, that's it for the Daily Times. And the next paper for review. We'll just take the last paper.
We'll take the last paper now. That's the Vanguard.
Okay, beautiful.
Woes for forest dealers as CBN cuts BDC rate to 1,107 naira per dollar. Bans foreign denomination collateral for naira loans. Okwama, March 14 killers wore military fatigues, says eyewitness. Bandits kill 30 vigilantes in Niger as residents flee affected communities. And how Shaibu's quest to stop impeachment led to his ouster. That's it, the major trending story. And the Mr. and Mrs. Kerner, I think we'll save that for the last.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so Wanze, we'll just look at three papers this morning, and they are actually trendy. One of them has to do with the Vanguard woes, because according to Alaji a few minutes ago, he said before the Lenten period started, the dollar was close to about 2,000 naira. And so because of the heat of prayers, both from the Christians and from the Muslims, there's a crash. And see what CBN has said now.
See what the Lord has done.
Bureau de Change, you've been given an order
that
you must not go beyond this benchmark. What does this portend for us quickly?
Well, for starters, it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with spirituality. This is physical. Monetary and fiscal policies are something that we humans have, the dynamics on how to control them. Like I said, like some of the problems that are plaguing Nigeria are human or man-made.
Okay.
There are certain factors that would prevent. I must give kudos to Yemi Cardoso, the current CBN governor, who since he took on the mantle of a CBN governor, he has hit the ground. He actually hit the ground running to ensure that they plug all the loopholes, ensure that those areas where it is making the dollar to be appreciate above the naira and the naira going on the free fall is being taken care of. Like I said, we know our problems. One is to identify our problems. Another thing is to have the political will to deal with those problems. And so far, so good. He has been doing that so far. And As at now, as at yesterday, they are selling to the BDC operators. Of course, the registered one 1,101, per dollar, and the parallel market is selling for 1,200 and something at the 20 or so. So we're even looking at the naira to the dollar to even getting appreciating to 1,000 naira to a dollar before maybe the third quarter, the way things are going. So I think it's a right step in the right direction. But we also ask ourselves, what is the corresponding impact on the economy as well? If you see the price of goods, because it has really not affected the cost of goods. It has not really also affected the cost of our local goods. You hear the other day, I sent my daughter to go and buy a penta of Gary, they called it, and then they were telling me 3,000 naira, and I was wondering, so the price of good foodstuff still on the high, and these are the issues we still need to work on in terms of ensuring that we plan or whether depend more or rather do more about our production more than consumption. But I think we will get there. It's not yet wuru, but we will get there. If all these measures are put in place and concerted efforts are made, we'll be able to get to the utopia of our dreams.
Yes, I also want to look at the purchasing power now of Nigerians. For example, gas, which used to go for 1.5, has also crashed.
To how much?
I think 1.2 something.
1.80 I bought.
Yeah, 1.2 something.
Per kg.
Yes,
per
kg. And I don't know how true it is.
How true? I said
no. I'm not this. No,
okay.
I'm giving a lead now to another component of consumption. How true is it that Gary has also dropped to about 980 naira? I don't know how true.
Well, like I said,
that is.
Before I got to the studio, like I said, the price of foodstuff is still on the high.
Very high.
It's still on. We've not really seen the significant impact on the price of foodstuff. In as much as we're seeing there is significant gain in the naira to the dollar, it's still not reflected.
It's not.
And some of the factors, like I also say, let's tell ourselves the truth. Some of the factors are man-made. Some person just want to capitalize on the situation. Okay, I go here, this people puts price for that. This thing, and me, I go put price on my Gary too. Just like that. So it's not as if these are issues that we cannot handle. So that is where the government is supposed to step in to ensure that some of these things are handled properly. Because some of these things is self-inflicted. Self-inflicted by us.
By us.
Yes.
So a Gary seller is also going to buy rice. She's also going to buy meat.
Of course.
She's also going to buy fish.
That is what I'm
saying.
saying.
So where do you expect her or him?
That is why I'm just saying it now. I said the person will now say, when I go to buy rice, this is how much a bag of rice is sold, 70 something for 50 kg. I go to buy tomatoes and the rest of it. So she will want to also increase that. Then also the cost of transportation is another aspect too. For instance, if you're going to Ibuzo now from Asaba, you are going to be charged from Ibuzo Junction 400 naira. This is a place that was hitherto was 200. Later it jumped to 300, and during the festive season, not for any other reason, they changed it to 400. Also because of the festive season. And before you know what's happening, they refused to bring it down for no reason, because the price of PMS didn't go up. It was there. It was even at the point even going down. It was even diesel were having issues. So some of these things are self-inflicted, and not until we tell ourselves the truth. We don't just call the government do this, government do that. We ourselves as individuals, as citizens, what are we doing to help the situation? Because we are also trying as much as possible to even hemorrhage the economy by our actions.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever bought lately, although some people say they have to buy from their banks. I was to purchase a 1,000 naira recharge card, and I said 1,100.
From your bank?
No, from
of course,
roadside.
Of course.
And there's people who still sell for 1,020 naira.
Of course.
I mean, so it's self-inflicted, and
of course,
and you take us nowhere.
They will tell you that the margin or the profit margin they gain from selling that 1,000 naira whatever recharge card is not much. So they are adding the other one to cushion the effect to ensure they have enough gain. But that's what I'm still saying. It's self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Some of these issues are things that can be handled very well if we are really serious about it. But the thing is that we Nigerians are also not helping matters.
Okay. So let's go to Edo State. What's happening? Edo saga. So Shaibu becomes the 17th impeached deputy governor since 1999, and that's captured by Daily Trust this morning. Obaseki swears in 38-year-old engineer as deputy. Some say he's 37, others are saying 38.
Probably will be 38 sometime this year.
Yes.
That's why they're coming. 38.
So yeah, at last.
So at last, it was inevitable. I don't know whether anybody was seeing any different scenario. I already seen it in the world. The handwriting was already bold. Mene Tekeoff has seen on the wall that he was going to be impeached. I don't know how anybody was expecting anything different scenario. Like I was just discussing before I got to the studio, I said, if I were Philip, I would have resigned a long time ago.
Honorably.
Sometimes you leave when the ovation is loudest. You know, because he had this running battle a long time since last year when he declared his intention to run for office.
Yes.
And it was clear the principal, Godwin Obaseki, didn't want him, had his own candidate in mind. And that was when they had issues. And you got to the point that it was so embarrassing they had to even boot you, lock you out of your office.
Yeah.
It was on national TV. You were now relegated to a dilapidated, obscure structure. The humiliation was just too much. At some point, they've settled. He now tendered an apology, of which we know he ate the humble pie. It was embarrassing at that point in time. So you ought to have seen the handwriting on the wall. Now you said 17. 17 because these are the legally, these are the ones that the courts did not overturn.
Right.
Now section, 188 of the 99 Constitution is very clear on the issue of removal of the deputy governor. It is very clear. Now both of them run as, dual candidates, or rather, how will I put it now? When they're going for election, the governor or the president as well comes with a running mate, and they go on under a joint ticket. But as soon as they are sworn in, the deputy governor is more like a spare tire, like we will say, plays more a perfunctory role. It is only the role you are giving that you are given. So at that point in time, you don't live a life of your own. You live the life of the governor, because at that point in time, you are now under his whims and caprices. That is the way the situation is, the system is. So at that point in time, it requires you to be loyal, whether the governor is saying the right thing or not. But I want to say, and that is part of the problem we have in this climb, when your views or your interests are not aligned with your principle, it behoves on you to know when to take a bow and follow the exit, which is resigning. Instead of fighting your principle, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. We don't want to even know what, Now the allegation was that of first perjury, and the other one is disclosure of official government secrets. At the end of the day, they were not able to, impeaching on the grounds of perjury, but on disclosure of, government secrets. So you could see, it's just a case of giving a dog a bad name and hanging it. They will definitely find a reason. And even with all the provisions of Section 188, the panel is supposed to submit its report within 3 months. So now look at English. Within 3 months can be 1 day, can be 2 days, can be 3 days. And for somebody who they want to impeach and want to get out of the way expeditiously, it was less than 1 week or so, or thereabout, or 2 weeks. It had to be shown. It's unfortunate anyways. But like I said, and I will tell anybody, the very first day you decide to be a running mate to anybody, whether governor or president, know that you are going to be a bootlicker. You are going to be a perfunctory. You're going to be a spare tire, as it were. Your role is going to be merely accessory, perfunctory. Whatever you are giving, you're giving. So what you need to do is to be loyal to the power that be, which is the governor. Now, if your views and that of the governor does not align, it behoves on you to take a bow and leave. You mustn't stay there and wait. That is the honorable thing to do. That's what Philip Shaibu ought to have done, for me, if you ask me. Not staying there and you're seeing the handwriting. Imagine you locked out of your office, and at the end of the day, you were taken to an obscure location, and you are still there fighting that you want to be a governor. For God's sakes, he would have left and still become the governor. He would have gone to another political party. Many political parties would have been wooing him to come. We want you. And if you feel you have the political clout, then during the next election, but as it stands now, he's neither a bat nor a bird. Because he's not in the PDP anymore. And impeachment leaves a blot on the escutcheon. These are things we're talking about now.
Indelible.
So it is the way the system is rigged. Both of you come in, joint candidates, joint tickets, but as soon as you're sworn in, the governor becomes an emperor, lord and master of all. And you are at his beck and call. The very first day he senses disloyalty, that day you have issues.
Yeah, but you see, Edo State is one state too many. Because it has always been like that. If you follow the trajectory story of Edo State, you find out that their governors have never allowed their deputy.
I beg to differ.
Okay,
It's not just about Edo State. That's why I said it is a Nigerian thing.
Yeah, no, but Edo State is one too common.
No, maybe it's too common because you have too many persons who are like captains in the ship, and you cannot have two captains in one ship.
Wow.
You see, that's why if you were blaming Shaibu, I am blaming Shaibu. Why I'm saying I'm blaming Shaibu in those impasses that you cannot expect your principal. If he senses that you are disloyal, definitely he would also want to do everything to ensure he puts you out of the way.
So it's natural.
It's natural.
But it doesn't make it right.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's right.
Okay.
And that's why I say the honorable thing to do as a person in that position would have resigned honorably.
Okay, quickly.
And
I want
pursue
you to
his
also
dreams.
speak to this 70 PDP
Oh.
House of Rep. I see PDP having problems.
PDP has been having problems since it lost the election in 2014, 2015 when the APC took over. And since that time, PDP has not been able to find its feet again. PDP has not been able to gain back its former glory. And the result of this is because of self-interest. Interest. You see, internal democracy is very important in any political party. And that's why we have issues even in the Labour Party, even issues at some point in the APC. Not until they tell themselves, okay, this issue is stemming from the Rivers problem. Now the former governor of Rivers State, who is now the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, he's one leg in the PDP and one leg in the APC. We don't even know where he belongs to. And he's still controlling the affairs of the PDP in the state. And so what part of the problem now is that you are now in the APC, Nicodemously in the APC, and you stay a card-carrying member of PDP. You are still fostering the interest of the APC. Now he wants to foist some APC loyalists who are loyal to him in the PDP in Rivers State. And so this House of Reps are saying, you are not doing anything about the situation. What are you doing about the situation? We are telling you have to take a decision and a stand. So is Wike too big for the PDP to discipline?
Okay. All right. This is where we'll drop
that's
it
the
for
situation.
today. I'd like to thank you so much, Henry. Ify, as we wrap it up quickly.
Thank you so much, Henry. As always, let's do this tomorrow. Happy Eid al-Fitr celebration. Bye for now.
Okay. She said it all. Happy Eid al-Fitr celebration. Remember, be careful in everything that you do. We'll join you again same time tomorrow. God bless the state. God bless Nigeria. I'm out.